All right, we're about to dive into one of the most incredible frontiers of the human mind. Imagine a world built entirely by you, that you can learn to explore and maybe even control. Today, we're unlocking the secrets of lucid dreaming.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever been in the middle of some bizarre dream? Maybe you were flying or talking to someone you haven't seen in years, and all of a sudden a thought just flickers across your mind? Wait a second, this isn't real. If you've had that little moment of awareness, you've already had a taste of what we're talking about today.
So, to put a name to it, that's what a lucid dream is. It's simply any dream where you know you're dreaming. That awareness, right there, that's the whole key. It's the moment your conscious mind kind of wakes up while you're still in the dream. And with that awareness, well, that's when the possibility of control opens up. You can go from just being a passenger to being the pilot of your own subconscious.
And if you're thinking this is some rare, mystical power, it's really not. Studies show that more than half of us, about 55%, have had a lucid dream at least once, even if it was just a total accident. That means this incredible ability is probably already wired into your brain. The real adventure is just learning how to tap into it on purpose.
To do that, first we're going to need a map. And in this case, our map is the science. What's actually happening up in your brain when you become lucid? Understanding this stuff is the first step to really navigating the dream world with intention. So here's the crucial thing to get. Lucid dreaming isn't just a regular dream that's extra vivid. It's something else. Groundbreaking research has shown it's a totally unique, measurable state of consciousness. You can think of it as a hybrid state. It's a bridge between two worlds, mixing the wild, immersive experience of REM sleep with the self-awareness you have in waking life. And here's the big difference in your brain. During a normal REM dream, the logical part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex, kind of the adult in the room, is mostly offline. That's why having tea with a talking penguin seems perfectly normal. You just go with it. But in a lucid dream, parts of that cortex suddenly spark back to life. It's like a light switch gets flipped, giving you that aha moment where you realize, oh, right, I'm dreaming. And this is just so cool. Scientists have even found its neurological fingerprint. Using EEGs, they've seen a very distinct spike in brainwave activity. We're talking gamma waves, oscillating at about 40 hertz, right in those frontal areas. These waves are tied to higher consciousness, which means we can now literally see the moment of lucidity happen in the brain. It's not just a feeling, it's a real, measurable electrical signal. It's the sound of awareness.
Okay, so we have the map, the science part. Now we need the toolkit. These are the practical, proven techniques that neuronauts, that's a great word for dream explorers, have used for decades to turn this from a random thing into a skill you can actually learn.
Let's start with your basic starter kit. First, and this is totally non-negotiable, you need a dream journal. You can't become lucid in a dream you don't remember, right? Next up, reality checks. This is just getting into the habit of asking, am I dreaming during the day? That way the habit carries over to your sleep. Then you've got two powerhouse techniques, mild, which is all about setting a clear intention, and wake back to bed, or WBTB, which is a clever way to target those long REM periods you have in the early morning.
Let's look a little closer at mild, because it's a classic developed by Dr. Stephen LaBerge. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's a structured exercise. You're training your brain to remember to do something in the future. So, as you're falling asleep, you recall a recent dream. You find something weird in it, a dream sign. Then you just imagine yourself back in that dream, but this time you recognize it. You're basically programming your future sleeping self to wake up inside the dream.
Of course, the methods aren't always so, scientific. As one person on Reddit pointed out, sometimes all it takes is your cat sleeping on your chest to trigger that awareness. It's a pretty funny reminder that really the key to lucidity can be any little thing, internal or external, that just makes your sleeping mind go, hey, wait a second.
But it's not all flying and fun all the time. Like any kind of deep exploration, you can run into some challenges. So it's really important to approach this whole thing with your eyes open. Let's separate the real risks from the myths. The biggest point of confusion for people is the difference between a lucid dream and sleep paralysis. They are not the same thing. Look, during REM sleep, your body is naturally paralyzed, so you don't act out your dreams.
Sleep paralysis is when your mind wakes up before that paralysis turns off. It can be really scary. A lucid dream is different. You're aware, yes, but you're still fully asleep, and you usually feel empowered, not trapped.
So what are the actual risks? Well, the main things to think about all center around your sleep quality. Techniques like waking up in the middle of the night can obviously fragment your sleep. For most people, this is fine, but if you're constantly sacrificing good rest, it can have other effects. And it's also really important to say that for anyone with certain pre-existing mental health conditions, intentionally blurring the lines between dream and reality might not be a good idea.
And let's just bust the biggest myth right now, the one we all see in the movies. You cannot get stuck in a dream. It is physiologically impossible. Your brain will eventually shift sleep stages, or you'll just wake up. In fact, most experienced lucid dreamers say the biggest challenge isn't waking up, it's staying in the dream long enough before all the excitement wakes them up.
So if we navigate the path carefully, what's the treasure at the end of all this? Why do people dedicate so much time and effort to this? Well, the applications they're truly profound.
The payoffs are just immense. For people dealing with recurring nightmares or PTSD, this can be a total game changer, a way to face and disarm their fears. For creative types, it's an unlimited sandbox for inspiration. Athletes and musicians can use it for mental practice, building muscle memory without moving a muscle. And really, for all of us, it offers this amazing, safe space for personal growth, a place to explore who you are, consequence-free.
And that brings us to the final thought. Lucid dreaming isn't just about controlling your dreams, it's really about opening a dialogue with your own mind. It's a gateway to your inner self. So if you had that key, if you could consciously step into that vast, creative, and wise landscape of your own subconscious, what would you do? What would you ask? That's something to dream on.